Hello, America. Bernie Mac here. Okay, no, I'm just joking. So, Selkyrk here with my UFC 282 bets. Ever since Yuri Prohaska got injured and the Glover Teixeira fight between him and Yuri and him, ever since that got canceled, I immediately kind of decided I'm not going to buy the pay per view this year. I'm just going to watch the highlights, the replays, and all that stuff. And then I get the what you call it, the prelims on Fight Pass. So, we're going to have fun watching the prelims and the highlights this pay-per-view around as far as that goes for 282. I placed a couple bets. I only placed 3 bets this time around, but I wouldn't mind going through a couple of the fights that I'm excited to see. Like, for example, the prelims, the main prelims. I did not bet on it, but I'm thinking about betting on it. Raul Rosas Jr. is against Jay Perrin, and I'm thinking about betting for Raul Rosas Jr. because he's, the youngest UFC fighter like ever or whatever, some shit like that. And I mean, I want to get on board that hype train. You know what I mean? Like if there's going to be any money to be made out of gambling on Raul Rosas Jr., you know what I mean? Now would be the time if he can pull it off. But I mean, he's still young and he still has a lot to learn. And, it's going to be a tough battle for him against Jay Perrin. So I am excited about that main prelim fight tomorrow night. I'm thinking about betting on Raul Rosas Jr., but I'm not right now. I think I might add a bet tomorrow night. We'll see. But let's go to my bets for the main card. I have 3 bets on the main card. We'll start off with, we'll go through all the fights and I'll tell you which ones I'm betting on. So we got fight number 1, which is the featherweight bout, Bryce Mitchell versus Ilya Tapuria. And I decided to bet $33 on Bryce Mitchell, who is the plus 115 underdog for this featherweight bout, which is surprising. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if it's both of these fighters or if it's Jared Gordon and Paddy Pimblett. But one of those fights, they both have like 5-fight win streaks, and I'm like excited to see what happens. So Bryce Mitchell versus Ilya Tapuria, that's going to be a really good fight. I really hope that Arkansas's Bryce Mitchell pulls it off and gets the win, submission, whatever. His dealer's choice. Good luck, Bryce Mitchell. That's my first bet, $33. Now, when it comes to the middleweight bout between Darren Till versus Dricus du Plessis, I decided not to bet. I would bet on Darren Till, same name and all that stuff. But other than that, though, I didn't really decide to bet on this middleweight bout. The odds are saying that Dricus du Plessis is going to win. So, I mean, good luck to Darren Till, who is the underdog from the UK. But yeah, I didn't bet on that one. And I also didn't bet on this next one, which is the welterweight bout between Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Alex Morano. The reason is Santiago Ponzinibbio is who I would gamble on, but he is plus 310, which is a little bit too risky of an underdog for this particular fight. So that's the only reason I decided not to bet on the welterweight bout between Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Alex Morano, because Alex Morano is the minus 380 favorite. So I'd have to bet like 3.8 times in order to get my money evened out or whatever it is. So, but I hope that Santiago Ponzinibbio, pulls it out though. I mean, like a trick up his sleeve, whatever happens. I hope he gets lucky, and I hope Santiago Ponzinibbio comes out with the win against Alex Moreno tomorrow. And when it comes to the co-main event, though, the lightweight bout, this one I did bet on. Paddy Pimblett versus Jared Gordon. I believe this one might be the one where they both have 5 win streaks in a row, so it's nice when like 2 fighters with really big win streaks come up against one another. It's always awesome when that happens. I'm hopping on board the Paddy Pimblett hype. I believe the Paddy Pimblett hype is real, and Saturday we're going to find out. UFC 282, we will find out if the Paddy Pimblett hype is real, and Jared Gordon is going to put him to the test. I read a couple of quotes saying Jared Gordon is going to expose the holes in Paddy Pimblett's MMA game, and we'll see if he does that. But I decided to bet like $34 on Paddy Pimblett, and I hope good luck him from the United Kingdom, minus 245 favorite. I don't get a lot of money back from this win, but if he wins, but at the same time, I love betting, I love the sport, so it's going to be nice to see hopefully Paddy Pimblett pull off a victory tomorrow. Good luck, Paddy Pimblett, in the co-main event, which is a really big opportunity for Paddy Pimblett, being so young and such a rising star. You know what I mean? Like, just to have the co-main event at the end of the year, that's a big deal, right? That's a big deal. So it's too bad though that Yuri and Glover dropped out, because our main event would have been our co-event, right? But anyways, I bet on Paddy Pimblett for the co-main event. Now, when it comes to the main event, the light heavyweight title bout between Jan Blachowicz versus Magomed Ankalaev. I can barely pronounce his name, but before I did place a bet on Jan Blachowicz, it was against Rokic, I believe it was. I can't remember. I think that's what happened. I'm not too sure. I'll check it out later. I can't remember who I've been on. I'm pretty sure I've been on Jan though, and I got really lucky with that because I think that was when Rakic had an injury or something like that, which was pretty crazy. Since Jan has already been champion though, like it's kind of like, oh, I've been here before. I've done that before. I feel like that kind of has a slight advantage for him to a certain extent mindset wise. But I am betting $33 on Magomed Ankalaev to win the light heavyweight title bout tomorrow championship. Okay, yeah, sorry, camera cut out there, but yeah, go Magomed Ankalaev. I have trouble pronouncing his Russian name there, but I believe that he's going to be the new champion tomorrow night. We shall see. I would just like to say to Yuri Prohaska, heal fast. I'm sorry that you have the worst shoulder injury in UFC history. It sucks because I really wanted to see Glover Teixeira possibly win and then retire. Like there was a rumor at the beginning of the year that Glover Teixeira was going to retire no matter what after this UFC 282 rematch between him and Yuri Prohaska. Like there was a couple of rumors like that, and it would have been nice to see that, especially if Glover could get the title once again. But Glover has already agreed to fight whomever wins out of Jan Blachowicz versus Magomed Ankalaev. So it'll either be nice to see Jan Blachowicz versus Glover Teixeira again, or Glover Teixeira versus Magomed Ankalaev. Either way, in the future, that's looking like a good fight. But yeah, UFC 282 is going to be a good one. It's definitely not going to be pay-per-view of the year, is how I feel, because of the main attraction getting canceled due to an injury, which I mean is part of the game. That is what it is. But yeah, those are my bets for UFC 282. So go Magomed Ankalaev, go Paddy Pimblett, and go Bryce Mitchell, putting $100 in total on those three fighters. And just for the hell of it, I might actually put $40 on Raul Rosas Jr. later. I might. I'll let you know in the results of my video, for this particular bet later on. And then I'll make a compilation video because this is the end of the year. And I had a great year betting on pretty much every UFC this year. Like, I had a great time, and hopefully, we'll find out tomorrow night, though. Hopefully, by the end of tomorrow night, I'm in the blue instead of the red in regards to, making some money from gambling. But always keep it a game. And sports betting, I'm not expecting to become a millionaire on sports betting. I'm not really expecting to do that. That would be sweet, though. But that sports betting is for fun. It makes the sport more entertaining. And yeah, but. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of rambling on now. But those are my bets for UFC 282. Thank you for watching. If you're watching the Paddy Pimblett hype, I believe it's real. Let's find out tomorrow night. Go respect UFC 282. Cheers.